Am I audible? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, then what we will do is, Purna, just if you can get me my phone, I'll just check if anybody else is coming on.
Sure.
This is Amma.
Okay. Hello. My internet is not working, so I'm coming through Revati's internet. Hello, Kameshwar. Hello.
You're not audible.
Hello, Kameshwar.
Yeah, sorry, I can hear you now.
Can you hear me? Yeah. I'm joining
Yeah.
with Revati because my internet is something is it's not working.
No problem. You can now you can all mute. I'll start. I think your mic is still on. Somebody's mic is on. I think it's Gatotkaч. Yeah, done. Thank you. Mm. Mm. नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये गजाननं भूतगणातिसेवितं कपित्थजम्बूफलसारभक्षितम् उमासुतं शोकविनाशकारं महाविघ्नेश्वरपादपङ्कजम् आपदामुपहर्तारं दातारं सर्वसम्पदां लोकाभिरामं श्रीरामं भूयो भूयो नमाम्यहम् आर्तानामात्यहन्तानां वैनाशिनं कारणं नमाम्यहं रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेदसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीताय पतये नमः पूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम् आरुह्य कविता वन्दे वाल्मीकिकोकिलं वाल्मीकि मुनिसिंहस्य कवितावनचारिणः शृण्वन् रामकथानादं को न याति परां गतिं गोष्पदीगतवारीशं मशकीकृतराक्षसं रामायणम् अञ्जनानं मन्दिरं जानकीशोकनाशनं कपीशमक्षन्तारं वन्दे लङ्काभयङ्करम्. So, a few weeks ago, we completed the Virata Parva of Mahabharata, at the end of which we celebrated the wedding of Abhimanyu with Princess Uttara of Matsya Desha, where kings from across the lands had come, and it was a royal wedding, as only a royal wedding can be, especially it's far more grand than whatever we can imagine, even in royal wedding today. So we ended there. So we continue the Bharatam and go to the next Parva, which is called the Udyoga Parva. Udyoga Parva has got a role. All of us know that in our respective families, for example, Udyogam is important. Like as soon as your parents will be after you saying that when I go to Udyoga. Right? So Udyogam means work. I mean, exerting yourself. You have to exert yourself. Up some other, you come to this world, right? That's general Udyoga. There is to find a Subhashitam in Sanskrit, which in those times when we had Sanskrit in school, sixth or seventh standard, one of the slokas that you learn will be this almost always. And once you have heard this sloka, you can never forget it. It's a sloka of that kind. So it goes like this. उद्यमेन हि उद्यमेन हि सिद्ध्यन्ति कार्याणि न मनोरथैः न हि सुप्तस्य सिंहस्य प्रविशन्ति मुखे मृगाः. Very simple verse. उद्यमेन हि सिद्ध्यन्ति कार्याणि न मनोरथैः. कार्याणि, they can be fulfilled, they can be successfully completed in yourself. No, no manorathi, not by dreaming about. Nahi suktasya simhasya pravishanti mukhe mrigaah. There's a lion hungry, which has to eat, hunt and eat a deer. Deer has to be eaten. Or some animal. It has to eat some animal. Now, if the lion doesn't want to exert itself, it's just lying down, mouth open and sleeping, no prey will enter its mouth on its own. That's what the sloka says. Nahi suptasya simhasya pravishanti mukhe mrigaah. Okay, eat me. Nobody will enter that mouth. So, the exertion, the need to exert. Now, in Bharat, the Pandavas have completed their 12 plus 1. Just like we do 10 plus 2 school now. They have to medical something. Very hard. So Pandavas have completed their 12 plus 1. And it looks like there may be a war. Because they need, I mean, they have a right to king give it. So there will be great war. But if there is to be a great war or peace, whichever way it goes, you can imagine, you can see now in the current conditions in the world, what it takes to even try for peace, if at all, in itself. It's very difficult period. So very, a lot of effort has to be put. Nothing may come out of it. But effort has to be put both for war and peace. So that effort, what is being done for a great war of Mahabharata is what is Udyoga Parva. So coming to the story. The Abhimanyu Uttara wedding was over. Kings from all over the land had come. After the wedding and before the guests left for their respective kingdoms, Sri Krishna called for an assembly, a meeting. Assembly in the darbar of the King Virata of Matsya. So in the darbar, all the kings were assembled. Sri Krishna was you may say, the master of ceremonies, and he's going to conduct that meeting. It was a beautiful hall, shiny, resplendent. The princess had just got married. So the beautiful, shining hall, windows with screens. All the screens in the windows are made of gems. Walls were encrusted with diamonds. There were hanging garlands, the beautiful hanging garlands, which were all the fragrance was emanating from them. See, when we go to this Red Fort in Delhi and Diwane Khas, the rooms, the guide point out saying this entire thing is full of gems. At one time, that was full of silver there. This was all completely, it's all been taken away now, but still. I think Desha, etc. Even now, if you go to Jaipur Palace, etc., they show you all kinds of rooms. But there are thousand mirrors, all that. The court dancer will be dancing here means you can see her reflection in those thousand mirrors, all that show you. Or just lighting one lamp will make the whole room glitter in the reflections of the thousand mirrors. Like that, they say. So, coming back here, it's a beautiful hall, walls encrusted with diamonds and garlands of flowers, etc. King Virata was there, he was holding fort. King Drupada, who was also there, very elderly king. Virata was also an aged king, elderly king. So the protocol was that King Virata sat and next to him King Drupada sat in that order. There's all protocols are there. Then Vasudeva, Sri Krishna's father, the king, he sat. Sri Krishna then sat next to him. Then there was the Satyaki of Krishna's friend, Srinivamsha, from Srinivamsha, he sat. Then Balrama sat with them. Balrama actually sat with Drupada, on the other side of Drupada. Sri Krishna, so Sri Krishna sat, then Yudhishthira, then like that. So it was going. All the kings were sitting. They all took their seats. Draupadi's 5 sons, the princes, they were there. They sat. Krishna's sons were there. They also were there. So all the quorum, the people got together, all the kings, the princes, etc. The meeting had not yet started, so chit-chatting with each other. There was a low hubbub in that hall, and Sri Krishna was smiling, looking around. And he waited for the buzz to quieten, and then he spoke. So, gentlemen, all of you are aware that Shakuni, how deceitfully he snatched the kingdom from King Yudhishthira in a gambling sabha, Dyuta Sabha. You know the condition of exile that was imposed on the Pandavas. The Pandavas ever intent on Satya, on truth. Although they can defeat the whole earth, they have lived as per the terms of exile, in deference to Satya. Right here in Matsya Desha, they have spent the 13th year of Agyatavasa. Disguised, they were all working in various occupations, in service to others. And the previous 12 years of the exile, they lived in forests, undergoing tremendous hardships. All this is known to you all. The Pandavas have suffered all this silently in order that they may regain their rightful Kula Parampara Rajya. That Rajyam which has been coming down from father to son. Rightfully, their kingdom should be theirs and they should regain it in the proper manner. And that is why they have completed the terms of exile very properly. So, gentlemen, all of you should deliberate now and suggest what needs to be done, which should be for the good of Yudhishthira as well as of Duryodhana. It has to be as per dharma. For King Yudhishthira will never accept anything which is adharma. Even if he gets a village as per dharma, he will accept. And were he to get even the kingship of Indraloka, Devaloka by adharma, he will reject. You know that. You all know also the crooked means by which Dhritarashtra's son got the kingdom. They did not get the kingdom by defeating Yudhishthira in battle. They used deceit to win. Even then, King Yudhishthira is intent on their good. The kingdom that the Pandavas built by the sweat of their brow and by the twang of their bow. These Dhartarashtras, the sons of Dhritarashtra, are enjoying now without winning a war. All of you know that Duryodhana, right from the time Pandavas were children, how Duryodhana has tried to kill them many times. The ever expanding greed of Duryodhana is known to you. And you also know, everybody knows, the dharmagyata of King Yudhishthira. Gentlemen, deliberate and voice your views individually and collectively. King Yudhishthira has finished the terms of exile. Sincerely. Now, were it to be that the Kauravas do not give the kingdom back to them, then know that the Pandavas will kill them all. Kauravas, therefore, need to be stopped from perpetrating wrong deeds. Looked around the hall and he said, some of you may feel that the Pandavas are so few in number, whereas Duryodhana is now the emperor of the land. He has such a large force, a large army. It doesn't matter. Pandavas can always get alliances from like-minded, friendly kings. But let us not jump to war. Perhaps Duryodhana also does not desire war. We need to find Duryodhana's views as well. What does he have in mind? My view is, my suggestion is that we should send a messenger, a duta, a noble person as a duta to Duryodhana to seek his views. The duta should be carefully chosen. He should be a dharmashila, somebody who is wedded to dharma. Suchihi, he should be a pure-hearted man. Pavitratma. Kulinaha, he should be from a noble family, lineage. Purushopramattaha, he should be someone who is extremely alert, vigilant. Conveying message, listening, understanding, gauging, absolutely vigilant, alert. He should be one who can pacify passions, calm excited people, and persuade Duryodhana to give King Yudhishthira half the kingdom. We should send such a duta who can do this. Vajampana is telling the story to Janamejaya, and he says, hearing the words of Sri Krishna, full of dharma and artha, meaning for material good as well, Balarama praised him again. Balarama was there next to him. He praised him again and again first. And then he said, I agree fully with Sri Krishna. We must do what is beneficial to Yudhishthira as well as to Duryodhana. Half the kingdom for each of them is fair. And the duta who goes there, he must go with all respect. And he should bow to Bhishma, to Dhritarashtra, to Drona, to Ashwatthama, to Vidura, to Kripacharya, to Shakuni, to Duryodhana, and to all the Dhritarashtraputras. He should bow to all of them. Under no circumstances should he offend any of the Kauravas. For the Kauravas are mighty. And they're getting control of the kingdom. The kingdom, the whole land that they rule now, they're getting control of that. It's not a wrong thing, really. After all, King Yudhishthira was not fully guiltless. It was his deep attachment to gambling that led to his downfall. Yudhishthira was a novice in gambling. Many who were present during the gambling bout told Yudhishthira not to gamble. Yet he gambled. And with whom? Shakuni. Shakuni, who is a past master in gambling. What got into King Yudhishthira's head? He did not choose to play with Duryodhana or with Karna, leaving all others who were there. He played with Shakuni. And he lost. There were 1,000 other gamblers sitting there. He didn't play with them. And every throw of the dice by Shakuni, every single throw was victory for him. And loss, and more loss, and more loss for King Yudhishthira. Yet, did he stop? No, he never stopped. He adamantly went on playing. I went on losing. Bear this in mind. The Duta who goes there to the Sabha of the Kauravas, he should go in all humility. He should have no roshan. Only then can he hope to get anything accomplished. Kaurava Pandava battle should be avoided. Do nothing that will provoke a war. May there be a meeting of minds. May there be truce. That is good. War is bad. War is bad for both the warring sides. For both of them, both sides will do much anyaya. And no good has ever come out of anyaya. Balarama said this, Satyaki, Shinivamsha, the friend of Krishna. Vaishampayana tells Janmeja, hearing Balarama, Satyaki got upset. He jumped from his seat and started speaking. He said, hey, Balarama. A man's words reflects his heart. Hey, there are all kinds of people in this world. Ekasminneva jayete kule kliva mahabalo phala phalavati shakhe yathai vanaspatau. In the same family are born totally different types of people. One could be a Kliva, an important person. The other could be a Mahabali. In the same tree, There could be two branches, one that bears fruits, one that doesn't. Barren. Balarama is saying, Balaram, Krishna, same family, so what? He said, Satyatiki said, I am not blaming you, Balarama. I am not blaming you actually. But I am blaming all those who are here in this assembly who have actually listened to you so quietly. Katham hi dharmarajasya doshamalpamapi bruvan labate parishan madhye vyahartum akuto bhaya. Tell me, what is the slightest dosha of Yudhishthira? Who can say? Who can point out even a alpa dosham of Dharmaraja Yudhishthira? Who on earth will speak the way you have done in the assembly of kings? Defeating a novice gambler by crooked means can never be considered a righteous victory. Hatching an elaborate trap, they invited King Yudhishthira, and by adopting Nikriti, deceitful means, they defeated him. And now, King Yudhishthira has fulfilled his pratigya of exile. That was their condition, he has fulfilled it. Now that he has fulfilled his side of the agreement, why does he have to bow to anybody? Where is the need for elaborate humility? Pandavas have every right to get their kingdom by fair means or by foul. It is their kingdom. Why should they go with a begging bow to the court of Duryodhana? Their enemies. Why bow? Bow to each one of them. Why? Why pray? Have we got any hint that Duryodhana is planning to return the kingdom? Is there any indication that Bhishma, Drona, Vidura and others are preparing to return the Paitrika Rajya of the Pandavas? Paitrika means from fathers, grandfathers it has come. That Rajya, is there any indication that they want to return it? Allow me, Satyaki, I am Satyaki, no? Allow me to shoot my arrows. I will drag the Kauravas and bring them to Yudhishthira's feet. They will bow. They will fall on Yudhishthira's feet. Or they will go to Yamaloka. Who is there in the Kaurava Dala who can face Arjuna in battle? Or who can face Chakradhari Sri Krishna? Or Bhimasena? Or me? Or Nakula, Sahadeva, Virata, Drupada, Abhimanyu. Abhimanyu in the face, or the other sons of Draupadi. We will kill Duryodhana and Shakuni and Karna, and we will coronate Yudhishthira as king. Na dharmo vidyate kaschid shatrun hatva tatayinah adharmyam ayasyasyam adharmyam ayashasyam cha kshatravanam prayachanam ayashasyam. Na adharmo vidyate kaschid shatrun hatva tatayinah. criminal enemies, killing criminal enemies. No adharma accrues. They should be killed. When does adharma accrue? It is adharma and it is ayashasya. It brings a bad name. It brings a bad name. When we have to go with an arms bow to the enemies, asking them, then that is over. King Yudhishthira should get his kingdom. Or else, all the Kauravas will find eternal sleep in the battleground. He sat down, King Drupada got up. He was in concurrence with Satyaki. He said, I agree with Satyaki. I do not think Duryodhana is going to agreeably, sweetly return the kingdom. Dronacharya and Bhishma, they are all beholden to Duryodhana. They will support him. Frankly, I do not understand Baladeva, that is Balarama, Baladeva's approach. Humility, speaking sweet words to Duryodhana, being humble to him when you approach him, speaking soft, sweet words to him, is like singing or even worshipping a donkey, singing to a donkey or offering worship to a donkey. What difference makes a donkey? For an evil person, actually, even worse, an evil person always considers a humble person as weak. My suggestion is that talks can only be held from a position of strength. So, like 5,000 years, nothing has changed, right? Talks can only be held from a position of strength. Let us assemble our allies parallelly. Send fast messages to all kings, seeking support. Kings, by dharma, agree to support whichever side asks them first. Surely Duryodhana will be already on the job. He must be sending his messengers already. We have to act fast, quick. The task we have embarked upon is huge. It's heavy. Let us start now. Send messages to Shalya and other friendly kings. Similarly, parallelly, prepare a good Brahmana, a good Vedavit, a wise Brahmana to go as the Duta, messenger. Someone well versed in Niti and Dharma, in statecraft and Dharma. Train him first how to speak to Bhishma, what to convey to Duryodhana and Dhritarashtra, how to speak to Drona. He should be trained on these. We have to start now.
He sat down. Sri Krishna again spoke. He said, gentlemen, Maharaja Drupada has put it perfectly, as only he can. We believe in Suniti and good ways of doing things. We believe in correct counsel. As far as we are concerned, we have similar associations with the Kauravas and the Pandavas. We have assembled here, actually, we means all the kings here. We are associated with both the Kauravas and Pandavas. We have all assembled here for a wedding. We came here for a wedding. The wedding is over. So now it is time for us to leave. We shall all leave. King Virata can decide on further steps, what is to be done. We have discussed a few things. He can decide on further steps and then he can inform us. If it so happens that Duryodhana, out of greed, does not agree to come to terms, then firm up all the allies, call us. Let there be war, where Arjuna will decimate Duryodhana and all of them. Gentlemen, I take leave. Sri Krishna left for Dwarka. The kings left for their respective kingdoms. King Virata sent messages to all kings for alliances. So did Duryodhana. There's nothing that happened there that he was not going. His men were there everywhere. He too had acted quickly. He had acted before. He had sent messengers to all kings seeking their alliances. Massive forces started getting prepared, built. People recalled from their holidays, leave, etc., as it happens now. All that is happening. Udyoga was happening. King Drupada chose a very wise Brahmana to go as Duta to the Kauravas. He told him to start his journey to meet Duryodhana, to leave on an auspicious day, where the star was in Pushya Nakshatra, and he should start during the Muhurta named as Jaya, victory. During that Muhurta, he should start on a Pushya Nakshatra day. Pushya Nakshatra is good for starting many things. Even Rama started his march towards Lanka along with from Kishkinda he left towards Lanka, Pushya Nakshatra. I think his coronation was also supposed to be originally done on Pushya Nakshatra. It didn't happen. Anyway, the Pandavas sent messages to all allies, potential allies. But to kings have to go on their own, right? So to Dwarka, to see Krishna was saying, he was like, we are associated with both of them, both Kauravas and Pandavas, right? So his alliance was needed. So to seek his support, from the Pandava side, Arjuna went himself. Meanwhile, Duryodhana too decided to go himself to Dwaraka to seek Krishna's alliance. Duryodhana too came to Dwaraka on horses which are as swift as wind. He too came to seek Sri Krishna's kingdom as alliance. as is alive. And he reached first. He reached first. And little later, Arjuna reached Dwarka. It was late night, early morning kind of thing, before Brahma Muhurta, that kind of time, or maybe afternoon, I don't know. It was sleeping time. Sleeping time. And they came to the palace. And nobody stops Duryodhana, nobody stops Arjuna in Krishna's palace. They have that golden pass, right? They can walk in. So they walked in. Duryodhana had already gone in. Arjuna walked in as soon as he came. To the very room of Sri Krishna, where Sri Krishna was sleeping. He was asleep. Duryodhana noticed that there was a simhasana, a beautiful sofa, a throne fit for a king, which was placed right next to Sri Krishna's head. By the side of the bed, there was a sofa, a throne, a simhasana near Sri Krishna's head, on one side. So he went and sat there, waiting for Sri Krishna to wake up. Arjuna came. Arjuna also entered. He went and stood near Sri Krishna's feet with folded hands. And he waited. And Sri Krishna's eyes opened. He saw Arjuna standing near his feet. He turned his head and he saw Duryodhana. He welcomed both of them and inquired, "What brings you here?" Duryodhana laughed and he said, "Oh Madhava, in the battle that is going to happen between us and the Pandavas, you should side with me. Oh Krishna, you are equally friendly with me as well as Arjuna. And we too are equally disposed to you. And Madhusudana, today I came here first. Before Arjuna, I was here in your room. And it is the practice of Shrestha Purushas, of noble people, to accede to the prayer of the person who comes first. And you, O Krishna, are the greatest of Satpurushas. And you are equal to all. So please conduct yourself as such. Be my ally. So Krishna replied, Bhavan abhigata purvam atra me nasti samshaya. Drishtastu pratamam rajan maya partho dhananjaya. Bhavan, very respectfully, Ninga, you, oh, respectfully you. That you came here earlier. You are the first one to come here. Of that, there is no doubt, no question. Yes, indeed. But it so happens, by me, my eyes first alighted upon Arjuna. I saw him first. And so, I shall help you both. As per Shastra, the first wish is granted to the youngsters. Since Arjuna is younger to you, he has the right to make the first request. Here is what you may deliberate on and ask for. I have in my army crores of soldiers, all Gopas, each one of whom is as strong as me, extremely valorous. My force is called the Narayana force. They're all battle ready. So that is it. My whole army. And then there is me. Deva yudhidura dharsha bhavantve sainikaha ayudhyamana sangrame nyasta shastroham ekata. So you can choose between either them, the army, who is impossible to be defeated. So one of you can take the whole army, all the soldiers, battle ready, tremendously powerful. And the other, or you can choose just me, except that I will not fight. I will not be participating in the battle. I will not be carrying any weapons. I will have Nyasta Shastro, renounced all weapons. And I will be all by myself. That's me. One of you can take just me. One of you can take the whole army. First choice is Arjuna's. He's younger. So Arjuna, out of these two, pick your choice. Evamuktastu Krishnena Kunti Putro Dhananjaya Ayudhyamane Sangrame Varayamasa Keshava. And Krishna had spoken thus. Dhananjaya, the son of Kunti, immediately chose. He lost no time. He immediately chose the non-battling Keshava, Krishna. It's like, I want you. For he is Narayanam Amitragnam. Narayana, who destroys enemies actually. Who, while being unborn, really, was born of his own will as a man, as a human. But is anything but that. Arjuna said, I'll take you. Duryodhanastu tat sainyam sarvamavarayattada. Duryodhana was very pleased. He just punched. He said, I'll take the army. All of it. Now, he's very happy. He felt that Sri Krishna had talked himself into a lost deal. He took charge immediately of the whole army, crores of soldiers. So that done, before Arjuna could go anywhere else, quickly Duryodhana went, very close to, very close to Balarama. He went to meet Balarama to request his alliance. And he told him, you must fight for my son. Balarama said, listen, you would be knowing how in King Virata's assembly, in the assembly of kings, I spoke your side in that assembly. But somehow, Sri Krishna did not appear pleased with my argument. And I cannot put up with even a second of difference from Sri Krishna. And no question of a second of separation from him on any issue or anything. I cannot be in his opposite side. So I have decided to keep out of this conflict altogether. I will neither side with you nor with Arjuna. O Duryodhana, you are a noble Kshatriya. Go battle as per your dharma. Duryodhana got up and just hugged him. He embraced him. This is Guru. He is Gada Guru. Embraced him. Quite pleased that Balarama would not be on Arjuna's side. That's good enough for him. Again, he felt that he had tied it up very nicely, that Krishna had made a lost deal, and he left. Shri Krishna and Duryodhana had left, asked Arjuna, O Partha, how is it that you opted for me? Do you remember? My condition is, I told you, I will not fight in the battle. Arjuna replied, Bhavan samarthastan sarvan nihantum natra samraya nihantum apyekah nihantum aham apyekah samartha purushashabha. So you, by yourself, are capable of destroying their entire army. That I know. Were you to fight? Only you. For that matter, even I alone can decimate them all. That's it. One thing I know, you are the most glorious person in the whole world. And glory ever attends upon you, follows you. And I too desire glory. So therefore, I desire you. Sarathyam tu tvaya karyam iti me manasam sada chiraratrepsitam kamam tadbhavan kartum arhati. O Keshava, in my mind, I have always entertained, for a long time, I have entertained a desire, and it is based on my deep conviction that it is you who are the charioteer of my life. And therefore, I have also have this deep, long-held desire, deep desire that in the battle, you should drive my chariot. This is a heartfelt desire of mine. You don't have to fight to be my chariot. Sri Krishna smiled and he said, your desire to be with me is but right. O Partha, and your desire to have me as your charioteer, I will do it. May your wish be realized. May good be with you. Arjuna was very happy. He left very happy with the gains of the day. Har Nama Parvati Pataye Har Har Mahadeva Janaki Kanta Smaranam Jai Jai Rama Rama Gopika Jivana Smaranam Govinda
Govinda.
Pettivir Muduganakku Haro Shri Sadguru Swaminah Jai Shri Anjaneya Swaminah Jai.
Jai.
Thank you all. See you.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
thank you, thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you, sir.